I think we need to have a discussion about political correctness. Sometimes I think political correctness has gone mad. However, I think there have been some changes to political correctness of late. Let me go through them. I think I'm going to call this my political correctness masterclass in isolation. It's a long title, but let's see how we go. Now, what I'm going to do is go through what I think are the new political correctness rules. First of all, we used to think it was important to treat people with respect and dignity. Not anymore. We must now see other people as being disease-carrying monsters who should be locked up, isolated from the rest of the population. Anybody who sneezes or anybody who coughs should be immediately locked up. That is politically correct. Now, to be politically correct, we need to be dumb enough not to question anything we are told in the media or by our politicians about the insidious nature of this COVID-19 virus and just how dangerous it is. We should not for 1 minute consider that only 0.87% of all deaths in Australia are related to COVID-19. That's not correct. We should not even consider that. That is politically incorrect. We should accept outright what we are being told. That is political correctness. If for 1 minute you think that you might have some independent view about COVID-19, you are putting people's lives at risk, at significant risk. Now stop it. It's politically correct to accept that the government must erode our civil rights. Don't question it. If you question it, you are being politically incorrect. And it's politically incorrect to consider somebody else's point of view. Don't do that. If someone suggests for 1 minute that the COVID-19 virus is not as deadly as what it's made out to be, you should ignore them, because they are politically incorrect. They are dangerous people. It is politically correct to absolutely vilify those people who have the gall to question the government or the mainstream media about COVID-19. Got to consider that very, very carefully. It's now politically incorrect to consider scientific research and scientific data in relation to COVID-19. It's political correctness to accept outright the scaremongering that we receive from the mainstream media and the politicians. It's now politically correct to be in a constant state of fear that you might contract COVID-19. It's definitely politically incorrect to want the economy to be opened up, to open up the state borders. That's a big no-no these days. If you follow these politically correct rules, you'll feel safe. You'll feel safe and secure in your home, as long as you stay home. Please stay tuned for updates, because these politically correct rules are bound to change at a moment's notice. I know, it's upsetting, isn't it? I've also been thinking about this. Almost 1,200 people died in car accidents last year. I'm now thinking that people should be banned from driving cars. It's a serious epidemic. In fact, car accidents could be our next pandemic. Let's all get behind Dan in Victoria, and extend the lockdown. Fewer car accidents, we will stop the pandemic of car accidents. Does that make sense? I really think there should be a no driving, stay at home order. Keep everybody safe. What do you think, Anastasia? Dan? I've decided to put my blind faith in the politicians and believe absolutely everything I hear in the media, the mainstream media at that. So, because I want to feel safe. I know they have my best interests at heart. I know that they know more than me because they're smarter than what I am. I fully accept that. They know what's more important for me than what I do. I accept that. I seriously think we should stop thinking for ourselves. We've got to do away with that. We've just got to accept the rhetoric that we're hearing from the government. We should accept that all of our freedoms they've been eroded. We should accept that because the politicians are keeping us safe. They're keeping us safe. They have our best interests at heart. We don't know what's good for us anymore. They do. I've just come up with the best idea. I'm serious, I'm so impressed with myself. I think we should hold a formal ceremony whereupon we all hand over our civil rights to our politicians. Victoria, Danny gets them. Well, in fact, he's already got them, so it's just a formal recognition that civil rights are already gone. New South Wales, Gladys gets them. I think Gladys would be pretty good retaining our civil rights. Queensland, obviously, Anastasia gets them, but I'm not too sure. I'm a little bit confused as to whether Anastasia should get them, because I don't really know who's running the state at the moment. Is it Anastasia or is it Jennifer? Anyway, maybe we'll give them to Jennifer, and Jennifer doesn't want them, then she can give them to Anastasia, but we definitely don't need them. And if anybody's a bit confused about it, I suppose if you don't want to give it to your state politicians, your state leaders, we could also hand them over to Scotty, because I think Scotty would do a pretty good job looking after our civil rights as well. God, who knows? I reckon it's an absolutely great idea. What do you reckon? And Ariel, if you are wondering, yes, I have gone mad.